In the vast expanse of consciousness beyond the reach of thoughts, beyond the grasp of understanding, there exists a presence so profound that words can merely gesture toward it, like shadows dancing on ancient walls. It is not a mystery to be solved, not a destination to be reached, but the very essence of what you are, what you have always been, what you can never cease to be. Look around you for a moment. What do you perceive? A world of infinite complexity, a dance of forms and emptiness, of light and shadow, of sound and silence. Cities pulse with human dreams, forests breathe with timeless wisdom, oceans surge with rhythms older than memory. Everything appears separate, distinct, divided. This moment from that moment, this form from that form, you from me. Each entity seems to move through time and space like actors on a cosmic stage, each playing their part in this grand theater of existence. But is this reality? Or is it the most magnificent illusion ever conceived? Before you reach for answers, before you grasp at familiar concepts, before you retreat into the comfort of learned knowledge, pause, be absolutely still, look deeper. Who is looking through your eyes right now? Who is aware of these words as they form in your mind? Before thought arises, before judgment appears, before memory speaks, there is awareness, pure, pristine, untouched awareness. This awareness is not personal. It is not yours or mine. It is not contained within the boundaries of flesh and bone. It is the infinite consciousness expressing itself through seemingly individual forms, like waves arising from a boundless ocean. Each wave appears unique, each seems separate, yet all are made of the same vast waters. What we call individual consciousness is not generated by the brain, is not limited by the body, is not bound by form. It is precisely the opposite. All forms arise within consciousness. All experiences appear in consciousness. All thoughts dance in the space of consciousness. We have been taught to believe we are separate entities moving through a physical world, seeking understanding, seeking enlightenment, seeking truth. But this very belief in separation, this very act of seeking, keeps us from recognizing what we already are. It is like the sun searching for light, like the ocean searching for water, like space searching for emptiness. Consider the nature of your experience. Every sight, every sound, every sensation, every thought, where do they appear? Are they not all appearing in this vast space of awareness that you are? Like clouds floating in the sky, they come and go, while the sky remains untouched, unchanged, ever present. You are this sky of awareness, not the clouds that pass through it. The greatest mystery is not why we don't recognize this truth. The mystery is how we manage to overlook it. How does the infinite appear as finite? How does the eternal appear as temporal? How does the one appear as many? Through three fundamental veils that obscure our true nature. The first veil is identity. We have become so deeply identified with our thoughts, our emotions, our bodies, our stories, that we mistake these passing phenomena for what we are. Like an actor who has forgotten they are acting, we have forgotten our true identity. We say, I am this, or I am that, never questioning who this I really is. We believe we are seeking enlightenment, when in truth, we are the light itself. The second veil is duality. Our minds create endless divisions, inner and outer, self and other, seeker and sought, enlightened and unenlightened. We fragment the seamless whole of existence into opposing pairs, never realizing that these divisions exist only in thought. Reality itself knows no divisions, no boundaries, no separation. The seeker and the sought are one. The third veil is materiality. We believe in the solidity of things, in the reality of separation. in the absoluteness of time and space. Yet the deepest investigations of science reveal what mystics have always known. Matter is mostly empty space, time is relative, and reality is far more mysterious than our senses suggest. The world of separate things is like a dream appearing in consciousness, vivid, compelling, yet ultimately insubstantial. Everything in existence moves according to three fundamental forces, three primary energies that shape all experience. First is the energy of being, the simple, effortless presence that you are, the awareness that is reading these words right now. It requires no effort, no practice, no achievement. It is already fully present, already completely here. Second is the energy of becoming, the force that drives all seeking, all practice, all effort toward enlightenment. It is the power that builds spiritual paths, that drives sincere seeking, that propels consciousness to know itself. Yet this very energy of becoming often obscures the simple truth of being. Third is the energy of recognition, the sudden, spontaneous realization that what you seek is what you are. It is not a gradual process, not a path from here to there, but an immediate recognition of what has always been present. Like waking from a dream, it reveals that the seeker and the sought were never truly separate. Imagine a mirror, vast and boundless, without edges or limits. This mirror is consciousness itself, your true nature. Everything that exists, every form, every thought, every experience, is a reflection appearing in this mirror. The mirror never changes, yet it accommodates every possible reflection. It is never stained by what it reflects, never damaged by what appears within it. It has no preferences, no judgments, no desires. It simply is. You are this mirror, not the reflections appearing within it, but the mirror itself. This world we perceive, this intricate play of forms and energies, is like a dream appearing in consciousness. Just as every character in a night dream is made of the same dream substance, every form in existence is made of the same consciousness. When you dream at night, where do the dream characters come from? Where is the dream world located? What is it made of? Upon waking, you realize that everything in the dream was your own consciousness taking the shape of different forms. This waking world is no different. It is consciousness taking the shape of infinite forms, playing all the parts, dreaming all the dreams. You are not in the dream. You are the dreamer. You are not in consciousness. You are consciousness itself. This is not a philosophical concept to be understood, but a living truth to be recognized. How does one realize this truth? Not through accumulation of knowledge, not through years of practice, not through any action in time. These may prepare the ground, may clear the obstacles, but the final recognition is always immediate, always now. It is not about becoming something new, but recognizing what already is. It is not about reaching some distant state, waking up to your present reality. The path is simple yet profound. Look within. Not at your thoughts, not at your emotions, not at your experiences, but at the awareness in which all these appear. Who are you before thought arises? What is present when all else falls away? This recognition, once it occurs, changes everything while changing nothing. The world continues as before, but you are no longer fooled by appearances. Forms arise and subside, but you remain as the unchanging awareness in which all changes occur. You realize that what you are is not bound by birth or death, not limited by time or space, not confined to any particular form or experience. You are the eternal presence in which all temporality appears. This is not a philosophical position to be believed, but a living truth to be realized. It is not something to be achieved in the future, but to be recognized now. It is not a state to maintain, but your natural condition that cannot be lost. The greatest obstacle to this recognition is the belief that it is not already the case, the belief that enlightenment is something to be achieved, that truth is somewhere else, that reality is other than what is present now. All seeking ends when you realize there is nowhere to go, nothing to become, nothing to achieve. You are already that which you seek. You are already free, already complete, already whole. The separate self you thought yourself to be was only a thought, a mental image, a temporary identification. What you truly are is the boundless awareness in which all selves, all thoughts, all experiences come and go. This is your invitation to recognize your true nature, not tomorrow, not after years of practice, but right now. Look within. Who is aware of these words? Who is conscious of this moment? The answer cannot be found in thought because it is prior to thought. It cannot be seen as an object because it is the eternal subject. It cannot be known as something separate because it is the very knowing itself. You are not becoming conscious. You are consciousness itself. You are not reaching enlightenment. You are the light in which all things appear. You are not finding truth. You are the truth that cannot be lost. This is not the end of the journey, but the recognition that there was never any journey at all. This is not the attainment of something new, but the rediscovery of what was never absent. You are that which you seek. You always were. You always will be. The only question is, are you ready to stop seeking and recognize what has never been lost? Are you ready to see that enlightenment is not a destination, but the recognition of what you already are? Are you ready to wake up from the dream of seeking to the reality of being? The seeker and the sought are one. The path and the goal are one. You and what you seek are one. In this recognition, all questions dissolve, all seeking ends, all separation vanishes. What remains is what has always been here, the simple, obvious, ever-present truth of your own being.